Hello and welcome back to TNV Academy. Today we are going to explore the core principles of sustainable procurement as outlined in ISO 20400. These principles provide the foundation for making procurement decisions that are not only cost-effective but also ethical, environmentally friendly, and socially responsible. By adhering to these principles, organizations can create procurement practices that contribute to long-term value for both the business and the broader community. Let's dive into each of these principles in detail. Accountability. The first principle is accountability. In sustainable procurement, accountability means that an organization is responsible for the impacts of its purchasing decisions on society and the environment. This includes carefully selecting suppliers who adhere to fair labor practices, minimize environmental harm, and operate transparently. Being accountable means that the organization considers the effects of its actions not only on itself but on all stakeholders involved, from suppliers to customers and the communities they serve. Transparency. Next is transparency. Transparency in procurement is about clear, open communication with all stakeholders involved in the procurement process. This involves openly sharing information about the criteria used for selecting suppliers, the standards expected, and the reasons for choosing certain suppliers over others. Transparency helps build trust among stakeholders and encourages suppliers to meet higher standards, knowing that the procurement process is fair and based on ethical principles. Respect for human rights. ISO 20400 emphasizes the importance of human rights in procurement. Organizations are encouraged to choose suppliers who uphold fair labor practices, ensure safe working conditions, and prevent any form of discrimination, child labor, or forced labor. Respecting human rights is fundamental to sustainable procurement as it ensures that the people involved in producing goods or services are treated ethically and fairly. By prioritizing suppliers who uphold these values, organizations help protect the dignity and well-being of workers across the supply chain. Ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is another core principle. This means that procurement practices should align with the highest standards of integrity and honesty. Organizations are encouraged to avoid conflicts of interest, prevent corruption, and make procurement decisions based on fair and ethical criteria. Ethical behavior creates a positive reputation for the organization and reinforces its commitment to responsible business practices. It's about making choices that reflect honesty, fairness, and respect for all parties involved. Environmental responsibilities. ISO 20400 also stresses the importance of environmental responsibility in procurement decisions. Organizations should consider the environmental impact of the products and services they purchase, from raw material sourcing to disposal. This means choosing suppliers who prioritize resource efficiency, minimize waste, reduce carbon emissions, and support practices like recycling and renewable energy use. By taking environmental responsibilities seriously, organizations can significantly reduce their ecological footprint and contribute to global sustainability goals. Fair operating practices. Fair operating practices encourages organizations to engage in procurement processes that promote fairness and equity. This includes fair competition, non-discrimination, and equal opportunity for all potential suppliers. By following fair operating practices, organizations ensure that the procurement process is accessible to diverse suppliers, promoting inclusivity and fairness in all transactions. Promoting sustainability in the supply chain. A crucial principle of ISO 20400 is the promotion of sustainability throughout the supply chain. Sustainable procurement goes beyond choosing ethical suppliers. It also involves encouraging suppliers to adopt sustainable practices in their operations. Organizations can support their suppliers by sharing best practices, setting clear sustainability expectations, and promoting long-term partnership focused on continuous improvement in sustainability. This principle ensures that sustainable procurement becomes a shared effort, impacting the entire supply chain positively. Continuous improvement. Finally, continuous improvement is essential in sustainable procurement. Sustainability is a journey, and ISO 20400 encourages organizations to regularly assess and improve their procurement practices. This may include revisiting sustainability goals, updating criteria for supplier selection, and finding new ways to reduce environmental and social impacts. By prioritizing continuous improvement, organizations can adapt to new challenges and make sustainable procurement a lasting part of their culture. In summary, the principle of sustainable procurement in ISO 20400 guide organizations in creating procurement practices that are ethical, responsible, and beneficial to society and the planet. These principles provide a strong foundation for procurement teams looking to make a meaningful impact beyond financial gains. Thank you for joining, and let's continue to make responsible procurement decisions that support a more sustainable future. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the practical applications of these principles. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and if you have found value in our videos, please do subscribe to our channel and share it with your professional colleagues. Thank you.